All right, what's going on, guys? And today I stole Jess's Jeep. It's a 2021 Jeep Wrangler JL Willys Sport. It's been a pretty good car so far. I'm not generally a fan of Jeep or Dodge or anything like that in general, but so far it's held its own. It's been pretty reliable, and oil changes and maintenance has been pretty easy. But it's been a really cool car. So today I thought it'd be cool to talk about my favorite 3 mods on the Jeep JL. And up first we're going to do our freebie mod, and then we'll go into 2 of the pay-for mods that aren't really expensive but I think do add a lot to the Jeep. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, up first is the freebie mod, which is going to be the seatbelt chime. It's an off-road vehicle, and the seatbelt chime can be pretty annoying, especially even if you don't take it off-road. The second you get in it starts beeping, so you can't even pull out of your driveway before it starts going crazy. But I'm gonna show you how to do that. It took me a minute to figure it out, but we'll go ahead and go through the sequence. Like I said, this is Jess's Jeep, so ignore all of the ducks and stuff. It's not mine. But up first, you're going to connect the seatbelt. And it took me a long time to figure this out because it's kind of a little different. It's not accessory mode. That's what I was doing wrong. So you actually want to put it into run, but the engine is off. So yeah, that stupid beep is annoying. But anyway, so we got the Jeep on run, or the ignition on run, but it is actually not running. And then what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect, connect, disconnect, connect, a total of 4 times, leaving it connected. Then we'll shut it off, and then we can disconnect it with the power off. And then when we go to start it again, let me hop in here. So it'll do that initial chime. So no more beeping, and it's so much better. All right, now that we got the freebie mod out of the way, I wanted to talk about the first cheap modification. I didn't know about them until one of them chipped or cracked from a rock chip or whatever. But these reflectors, so these blackout reflectors, now they still light up when you turn on the lights, as you see, but they look so much better during the day compared to the orange ones that come on the factory. Really changes the front end of the Jeep and kind of makes it stand out from the rest of the Jeeps in the lineup if you go to Jeep meets or whatever. But I don't know, it's a super cheap mod. I think it was like 20-30 bucks. I'll have a link in the description to it off of Amazon. But yeah, just a real quick mod. But for 20-30 bucks, you can really change the looks of the Jeep. All right, and for the final mod, it's kind of a freebie for me because I already had some laying around. But any kind of sound deadening works. But I'm not used to Jeeps, so I don't like the loud road noise, and it's kind of crazy compared to any other vehicle how loud these things are. But I did do sound deadening on the entire floor of the Jeep, and it did significantly help with the road noise. I'd say, kind of like what other YouTubers are saying, or from other forums and stuff too, is the most important parts to sound deaden are in the floorboards of the passenger and driver's seat. That seemed to help the most. I did that extra thick. I did 2 layers there. And then I did everything in the back. And it's pretty much the more time you spend on it, the more sound deadening you put in. And again, excuse Jess's stuff. All her junk. But you can kind of see, let's see. There's some of the sound deadening there. But I did all the wheel wells up in here, took all the carpet out. But it did definitely help. And I think our biggest drawback right now is it having some little bit older tires, but it really helped getting some new tires on here once these go completely bald. The factory tires wear out pretty quick. You can see these have about 40,000 miles, and That's what they look like new. So you can see, lost quite a bit of tread in 40,000 miles, so they're pretty soft rubber. But yeah, like I said, Jess's Jeep's pretty cool. Excited to take the doors off. It's pretty cool how fast you can take the roof off. We haven't had the back off yet, but we'll take that off this summer. But yeah, it's pretty cool even though it's a Jeep. But I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.